Are you playing Call of Dragons and wondering what are the best settings you could be using right now? Well, I'm going to go over it. I'm going to showcase what the best settings are and what the differences are in movements and even just controls and just some nice quality of life stuff that you guys could be using right now and take advantage of. Hello, yes, smash a like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos, and we're doing one I've not really done before. I might have covered it once or twice when it first came out, was the PC client, right? But the settings are very important because obviously in settings it does allow you to choose how you move your units, and I'm going to showcase some of them and how you can actually abuse it for your own rights. So in the settings, it's pretty simple. You go to your main menu by hitting profile, and then at the bottom there's some cogs, and it'll bring you the settings menu. So what you can do, this is how I normally have my settings. I will unlock this sometimes to 120, unlimited, it just doesn't matter. All of the graphics settings will honestly depend on your device and your baby PC, right? But there is one really good suggestion. If you've got a really good PC like myself, and you notice sometimes in PvP you get that lagging FPS, like it's screen lag. You can see it's lagging, right? One thing you can actually do is once you've set up all your normal settings and you know what they are, just hit middle. I'm not gonna lie, guys. By hitting middle and keeping VSync off, this is enough. This for me is enough, and that's how you can get a lot more smoother gameplay and not worry about it, actually affecting your, performance. But one thing, even when you hit very high, VSync's gonna be on. Would always recommend just turning this off, and if you can put it on unlimited or just even 120 is fine. Just run it on 120 frames, and that's good to go. Honestly, you can change anything else. Shadows don't really matter. You can lower the shadow quality. You can even just put this down to like 1.3. You're good to go. Honestly, you are happy as days. But there's more important ones, right? Controls. So controls, you've got different ways you can actually, choose to do stuff. So here you can drag the camera with this left click and alt drag to select multiple units. Or you can flip it around. And what that means is if you're on a PC client, it means when you're choosing these troops, you can have it so obviously, like when you click, you can drag all your units, and obviously you're selecting what's on screen, which is what everyone is used to. And if you press the Alt button, you can drag this little box, and it's really cool because this box lets you just quickly select, So if I really wanted to, and I could spread these guys out a little bit more, I could literally just select these two guys if I wanted to, or select these two, I can select all three, I can obviously select all of them at once, or one of each, right? I can choose however I want to do this. So really good little effect there on the controls. I'll let you guys choose which one you're more comfortable with, because they are just basically flipping the different ones, they're just flipping this little monument. One thing I will say is I turn this off. I hate this. This is one thing that people don't realize what they're doing. If you turn this on, what screen edge movement means is, as you can see, instead of how I can just freely obviously drag like I am doing here, what it will do is it will naturally, as you can see, start to move. If my mouse is up in these little corners, it will just start to do it. Right, and I'm not gonna lie, there's certain times when you're trying to grab stuff, or you're moving around, and then you'll notice this starts to do that. It's just not cool, guys. You can choose to have it on, it's up to you. Again, that's down to your kind of preference on all of that shenanigans, but I personally don't have it. Movement speed is basically your camera speed, so if you want to change that, you can. And obviously your camera zoom speed, you can make this faster and slower as well. It's up to you. But then we're going to go into hotkeys, and hotkeys is the good one. Hotkeys is really good because in here you're going to get access to a bunch of cool hotkeys that obviously you can get around your different types of obviously menus. But the ones that we want to look at is stuff like this, where it's like select all legions is on Control A, but yeah, then you can choose it so it's only the ones on screen, and you can actually bind your own different, key binding for that. Obviously your Legion overview, but then your F keys, and you can change all of these, right? At once upon a time, I actually used all of my Legion numbers were on my 1, 2, 3, and 4s, And then obviously my casting skills were a little bit more higher up. They were on the F keys. And if I wanted a certain group, I just press Control and 1 like you can see here, right? So the really good one is these bottom controls though, where you can see select a group, and where it says add a selected group, it says Shift 1 and Control 1. This is a really powerful thing. What you can do is obviously select your groups now. So you can hit the Control button and 1. But the one thing I need to remind you is always use the right side of the keyboard. So if you're going to try to flick between these groups, make sure you're pressing the right control button. Because if you press the left control button on 1, it can delete the groups. So you can see here, group 1 deleted. If I try and now press Control 1, it's not going to do anything, right? Because there's no group there. So I would have to now reselect this up, press right Shift, and then I can carry on doing as I was doing before, right? So just a little heads up on there, and you can change those key bindings again, right? So if you wanted to go to your settings here and hit the customization, go into controls and go into hotkeys. Again, we're going to go scroll all the way down, and it's these ones here. So you could change this so control or select your group 1 was on just your 1 key, you know, and then have it on your adding or creating a group could be on the same Shift key, how it's already set up, you know, and then you can change how these F keys up here could be for something else, right? So again, all of this is customization. You can choose, you can double press on these buttons too for bit quick group presses. And here is the control backspace to delete all groups, as well as different stuff. So you can see you can add quite a lot of control, little added bonuses, and that gives you that little bit of edge on controlling all your different troops, because you're creating groups and you know what groups what. Now, this is the new mode. So the control mode is the way it displays the UI information on screen. So you've still got the same buttons. You can choose to change these buttons, but all it's doing is, as you can see on my screen, is if I select one of these units, now just below me here, right, you can see the little banner. It's just putting it down on the bottom of the screen, so it's out of the way. And I can see everything on screen, right? Because if I did it the other way around, that is like the classic mode. That's the mode that everyone is used to. So we go in the classic mode here. Now we click on it, you can see this is what everyone's used to, right? And it's fine, people like that, you can take it off. But I prefer personally having the new mode, because the new mode for me just allows me, again, I can see more information clearly. So again, if I'm clicking on this, I can see the unit count going down. I don't have to worry about this number here. I can just look on this screen, see if it's in combat, if it's waiting, if it's marching. Like, I can see everything it's doing, right, by just having it there. And I think that's a great little feature. So let's go into now some actually cool new features that they've added in and showcase the bad ones and the good ones again, and some more quality of life stuff that you probably need to know about in Call of Dragons. So here we are. You hit the save button, go down all the way to customization now, boys. Customization. So customization is going to be the one that helps you basically quality of life stuff. It's all the quality of life stuff. So one thing that I will always recommend you guys doing is pressing this one. So having confirmed gem use means no matter what, anytime you would have to use gems, the game is going to basically pop up and say, are you sure you want to use gems? And it might sound mundane and you might get annoyed with it, but I'm just going to tell you in honest truth, it's going to save you a lot of gems, because it's going to make you think twice at certain points. And then obviously if you accidentally press something, maybe, you know, where you have to refresh for the daily, for example, maybe your phone lags, it double presses. Guess what? You could have avoided that with just having this confirmed gem use on. So really good one for there. You got bulk use confirmation again, so you can always like display if you want to use this. I don't have this one on personally, because it's just like, are you sure you want to use all this resource? Again, you can if you want to, but most of the time when you are using resources, it is generally for when you are obviously going into a new upgrade, right? So you can have a emoji quick chat shield. Basically, this is just basically stop spam. And this is a really good one. I'm not going to lie. If you don't want all the weird emojis spamming on screen, cluttering the screen, potentially lagging up your game, you can actually turn this on. And this actually does a lot of work for you. As well as disable screen flashes. I actually keep this one off. This is the really good one. This one allows you to do basically any time you get attacked, someone's garrisoning you, you get the blue or red, so you know you're getting attacked. So I'd keep that one on, right? It's a really good one. So keep this how it is. Don't worry about that, right? So now you get these training prompts, and you can choose if you want these on or not, right? So it's up to you. I would honestly turn most of them off, so you don't have any of them. Maybe keep the legendary ones on, just so you know, oh, you know, I'm training legendary hero, I don't want to mess up. So that's a really good one to have here. But now we're going to go on to the good stuff. And I mean it, this is the good stuff. So quick help, I love this. This is the best one you can have on in-game. Because what this allows you to do is, in this little alliance section here, you can see if someone was going to, you know, need help and they click the help button, they normally get you to obviously enter your building here, and you would click the little button above, right? Or you could obviously go into the help and hit the help button in here. Or if you click the quick help button, it's a little shortcut, and it just pops a little thumbs up above this icon instead. So you can just click here, and it saves you doing so much work, honestly. So if you're not doing that setting, I would honestly ask you, please turn that on, and everyone in your alliance will be so happy that you've got this on finally. So the quick help one's really, really good. You could do the refuse resources. I have it off for the moment because I don't really get any resources. But if someone was sending you loads and loads of resources, and obviously it was good, but say you didn't need gold and they kept trying to send you gold while someone else was trying to send you, say, stone, you could actually turn this on, and it means when someone sends you resources, you have to confirm it, or you can basically refuse it when someone's sending you it. Really, really good one. And then obviously War Frenzy, we keep the War Frenzy one on, right? Show Legion count bars, we keep this on. Alliance store purchase confirmations, you can have this off or on. This is preference again. Dialogue skipped prompt, you can turn this on so it always pops up again if you want to skip all that dialogue. And then the one stuff is like, again, this is a bit more personal. Do you want to hide if you're spending in the game? You can. If you just press this button, it will always come up anonymously, so no one needs to know that you're spending, or you can turn it off, right? So that's a nice one. But now we're going to go down to the very bottom, because the very bottom here is these two new ones. So you can see you've got drag to set building location and auto position melee range legions when marching. So this one I'm going to tell you guys not to use. It's a really cool thing when you first see it in action, and what it actually does is allow your units, whenever they're going to move, they will create a formation. So you can see here, these guys first are moving forward, and now they're moving together, right? And the thing is, it's really cool. It means no matter what, your mage is protected, and if I went to turn this way, you can see how these units pivot around this unit. But the thing is with it, as you can see, it is a bit more slower, it's a little bit clunky because of it, and they don't do what we expect, which is that. We want them to kind of do this and stay in position like that, but they don't do this. So I wouldn't recommend using this. It's a little bit clunky, as you can see. It will slow you down in your PvP experience when you're trying to use it with multiple marches. So I just turn it off, right? And the other one, again, is something maybe for mobile users. Maybe for a mobile user, you really like this one. And we'll turn this back off. I'll just showcase the difference now if we've got it off. You know, you can just now freely move, and this, look how much quicker this is. They just react, but there's no stuttering or rotation. You know, I can just move independently on the, you know, the circle, right? Which is what you want if you want really good PvP movement. So the other one is the teleport thing. So what this does is, if we were gonna, for example, send all of our matches and bring them in, just so we can showcase this teleport off, what it does is it locks your city to the center of your screen, right? So instead of, when I go to obviously relocate, obviously I need to wait for my one troop. If we go into the settings and just showcase this setting off for you guys, you know, drag set building location. So to turn this on, what it does is, when we get the ability to now, if we go to not deploy, we go to relocate, you're going to see now it works on this lock system. So I can now, like, if I'm on a mobile device, get really good at, like, you know, trying to get that perfect, you know what I'm saying, like that perfect teleport spot. Or if I want to, like I prefer, you know, you can just go back into the customization, go all the way down, boom, click it off, and this allows you to just simply, when you hit relocate, you know, it allows you to just drag this. So then you can place this exactly how you want. I think this is better for the PC players, and then once you've placed it, it centers automatically, right? So that's the difference, and I prefer this one. I'm just gonna say it. Like, if you're a mobile gamer, I can understand the other different setting that you can have. And that pretty much is it, guys. I'm not gonna lie, those are the main settings you're gonna need to mess about with. Remember, your graphic quality is all down to your own use. If you are lagging, just try middle before you go all the way down to very low. You'd be surprised on how well the game runs on middle. On your customizations, we've gone through everything that you really honestly care about. If you think I've missed any of these ones, let me know. But a lot of it is confirmation. So if you want a pet exchange purchase confirmation, you know, these, you can turn these on just to make sure you're not misspending. And obviously in your emojis, you guys can place your amazing emojis that you want, and obviously here's your accounts. We don't need to go into those settings, right? Because we all know everyone has different accounts, farm accounts, scout accounts, you name it, right? So that's it. That's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've gone over all the settings, especially if you're a PC gamer and you're looking on a PC client, what you can be doing to maximize, obviously, your ability to gain, you know, a bit of an advantage with how quick you can move, and obviously set up stuff with the control bindings and stuff. I hope I've helped. And if you have, smash like, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, and tell me what you thought. And in the description, remember, we've got all of the social links. You can just go and check me out, support us, and if you want, you know, exclusive, you know, maybe chats and stuff, check out the Discord. You know, I do answer people in the Discord, and when we're free to, and we have a nice little discussion in there, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Smash like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.